Hi guys, it's Louise, and for those of you who don't know me, I'm a conduit for energy healing, a channel and a spiritual guide. So today I've come out for my daily walk and connection with the earth, and what's come through really strongly today is it's just a call to action, really. A call to action to kind of really take this time, this time that we've been gifted, this pause button in our life, to really look within, to go within, to connect. And I know that it's a message that you've probably heard from many people in many different ways, but rather than connecting in with the kind of the very fear-based agenda that's coming through the mainstream media and everything that we read and see on the news and things like that, switch off for a bit, take this time out to actually really connect with who you are. Who am I? What do you define yourself as? What do you define yourself with? Because what we define ourselves with is what we identify with, and that's what we create our reality from. So it's really important that we have a really good grasp on who we actually are and who we believe ourselves to be. And so that was one of the key things that came through. And you can do this in a number of ways. You can literally just take yourself off into a quiet space, and I do suggest and advise people do disconnect from all of the media, all of the distractions that are constantly ongoing in our lives, and just give ourselves some space, some time out to actually do this work. But really look within, and you can start off, and obviously when you start off you're going to be identifying yourself with the roles that you play or who you are. I'm a female, I'm a woman, I'm a mother, I'm a daughter, and that kind of thing. But then go deeper and deeper and deeper into actually what really is defining you. And the other thing is, this is an opportunity to really take stock and to really take responsibility, to take back responsibility, because again, it's one of those things on the path to sovereignty where we actually have to reclaim responsibility. We are the creators of our reality. We are the decision makers, the choice makers in our life. And are we actually handing over that power to somebody else, whether that be the government, whether that be your parents, your husband, or whatever? Are we handing that power over, or are we fully standing in our sovereignty and making decisions from within ourselves in alignment to that which feels our truth? So this is a really good time to do the the work on defining, understanding how you're defining yourself, for one. I'm not asking you to make any changes. I'm just asking you to kind of go within and look within and actually see how you're defining yourself. And then, you can do the work of feeling into that. Does this feel in resonance? Actually, when I look at this list that's defining me and identifying me, is it my truth, or is it just stuff that I think I should define myself as? And then, taking responsibility, everything is energy, and we are giving and receiving energy all the time. And the majority of people are giving their energy all the time. Every single minute of the day, you're giving away your energy to something or someone. So it's really important to actually keep track of that. And a thing that I did a long time ago was to actually look at where my money was going, because I was absolutely amazed to find that there were loads of things that I was spending money on that, one, I didn't even remember was coming out of my bank account. I'd signed up to gym membership or something that I didn't use, and that money was coming out my bank account. Well, that's me leaking energy. That's me giving energy away to something that obviously didn't resonate because I didn't use it, but was still happening. And so, we can do these things, these activities, from a very practical point of view, For those of you who are very practically minded, and you need to see something tangible, well, you can literally look at where you're giving your energy away in the form of money, in the form of your time, in the form of your love. And then you can go deeper if you choose to look at yourself as an energy being, and then to basically, it's something that I learned on the shamanic training a long time ago, back in I think 2018. Well, I call it the traffic light system, but they call it the circle of reality, where you literally go through every single aspect of your life and identify those activities that you do, identify all the relationships that you have in your life, and you grade them in terms of red gives me energy. So for me, coming out into nature, sitting with my feet barefoot on the ground, absorbing the sunlight, talking to the trees, connecting in with Mother Earth gives me energy. It's something that I receive from, and I allow myself to receive from. Or there may be some things that are neutral. There may be some things that you kind of think, well, kind of neither takes energy nor it gives me energy. It just is. And then there may other things be that are red, classed as red, which, take my energy. So it may be, for me it's watching the news, just listening constantly to, fear and doom and gloom and all of this, it just takes energy away from me, and I can feel it drawing energy out of me. Or it may be a certain person that it may be a certain relationship that you have that you feel is quite draining, or it may be an activity that you do that you don't enjoy, but you're doing it because, for some reason society says you should, or you believe you should, or you've been told in some way, shape or form that you should be doing something. So that's a really good practical thing to do, and you can go as deep as you like, or you can do it as shallow as you like, but take stock. This is an opportunity for us to really connect with ourselves, find out who we are, take stock and take responsibility for what's happening in our lives, in our reality, because we're creating that in each moment. And even if you just do it so that you can actually see it on paper, because it's an amazingly powerful thing to see something on paper in black and white. Half the time we live our lives completely unconscious too, and consciously unconscious, because we kind of choose not to see it, so that we don't have to face it, so we don't have to make a decision. It's so easy when things automatically go on in the background and we can just kind of pass it off as, oh well, it's just the way it is. But when you actually have it down on paper, when you actually have it down in black and white in front of you, or you actually do some work to really look at it and identify it, then it's bringing it into your conscious awareness, and then you get to make a conscious choice on it. You're bringing it into your conscious awareness. You get to make a conscious decision on whether or not this is still in alignment and you're going to follow this path, or you're going to let it go. So those are just a couple of things that have come through today. Self-responsibility. This is a golden opportunity to take back responsibility for your life, and the things that are happening in the life, your choices that you're making in your life, and also identifying what it is that you're defining yourself with. How are you defining yourself? Where are you giving your energy to? So I'm going to leave you with that. So much love to you. Enjoy the rest of the day. If it's as beautiful as it is here, then we're truly blessed. Take care. Bye.